Have you ever wondered if humans can control the weather, specifically make it rain on demand? Now, imagine a world where the mere twist of a dial could influence the sky above, turning a sunny day into a drizzly one. Picture humans, not as mere spectators, but as commanders of the weather. Intriguing, isn't it? This isn't a plot from a science fiction movie. It's real, and it's called cloud seeding. Cloud seeding sounds like gardening in the sky, doesn't it? But what it really is a fascinating blend of science, nature, and a dash of human ingenuity. Imagine you're at a party. The room is buzzing with people, but they're all spread out, having their own little conversations. Now, imagine you're the host and you want to get a dance party started. What do? You start playing some catchy music, and like magic, people begin to gravitate towards the dance floor. That's a bit like cloud seeding. Cloud seeding is the scientific equivalent of getting a dance party started, but in the sky. The dance floor is the clouds, and the music is a special substance we introduce to the clouds to get the party, or in this case, the rain started. This special substance, often silver iodide or liquid propane, acts as a catalyst, encouraging the water droplets in the cloud to come together and form raindrops. Why do we do this? Well, there are a couple of reasons. Sometimes it's to increase rainfall in areas suffering from drought. Other times it's to reduce the risk of damaging hailstorms, or even to refill reservoirs for hydroelectric power generation. But how does it all work? Well, the science behind it is pretty neat. The catalyst we introduce into the clouds basically gives the tiny water droplets something to hold on to. It's a bit like giving wallflowers at a party a topic of conversation to break the ice and get them mingling. Once the water droplets start sticking to these particles, they combine, grow, and eventually become heavy enough to fall as rain. But it's not as simple as just spraying some stuff into the clouds and waiting for the rain to pour. There's a lot of careful planning and precise timing involved. Weather conditions need to be just right, and even then, it's not a guaranteed success. So, in essence, cloud seeding is the process of helping Mother Nature along a bit. It's a delicate dance of science and nature, with us humans playing the role of the DJ, trying to get the party started. Now that we've got the basics down, how exactly does one go about seeding a cloud? Well, it's a bit more sophisticated than just tossing some seeds into the air and hoping for the best. There are two main methods for cloud seeding: ground-based and aerial seeding. Let's start with ground-based seeding. This involves using devices on the ground, like generators or canisters, to release seeding agents into the lower atmosphere. These agents then get carried up to the clouds by wind and updrafts. A common seeding agent used in this method is silver iodide, a compound known for its crystal structure that's similar to ice, making it an effective nucleus for ice crystal formation. Now, onto aerial seeding. This is where things get a little more high-flying, quite literally. In this method, an aircraft flies through or above a cloud and releases the seeding agents directly into it. This can be done using flares, rockets, or even by ejecting the agents out of the aircraft. The seeding agents used in aerial seeding can be the same as those used in ground-based seeding, like silver iodide, but liquid propane is also commonly used. When released at high altitudes, liquid propane vaporizes and expands, cooling the surrounding air and triggering condensation and ice formation. You might be wondering why we use these specific materials. Well, the secret lies in their structure and properties. Silver iodide and liquid propane are both excellent at encouraging water droplets in the clouds to freeze into ice crystals. Once these ice crystals grow large enough, they fall as precipitation, achieving our goal of rain. But cloud seeding isn't as simple as it sounds. It requires careful planning, monitoring, and execution to ensure its success. Factors like the type of cloud, its temperature, and the prevailing atmospheric conditions are all crucial to consider in the cloud seeding process. So, while we can't exactly plant a garden in the sky, we can certainly sprinkle it with a little something to coax out the rain. Cloud seeding, a groundbreaking technological advancement or a controversial environmental intervention? This is a question that has sparked heated debates among scientists, environmentalists, and policymakers alike. Let's dive into the potential benefits first. In regions where water scarcity is a persistent problem, cloud seeding can be a literal lifesaver. It can help alleviate drought conditions, replenishing water sources for both human consumption and agricultural use. Imagine turning the barren fields into flourishing farmlands, all with the help of science. Moreover, cloud seeding has been used to clear out air pollution in some cities by inducing rainfall that washes away airborne particles. It's also been employed as a preventative measure for hailstorms and wildfires by modifying the weather conditions that would otherwise lead to these destructive events. However, like all technologies, cloud seeding isn't without controversy. The most significant concern is its potential impact on weather patterns and the environment. While it may bring rain to one area, it could unintentionally cause drought in another. This happens when the seeded clouds, which would have traveled further, release their moisture prematurely. There's also the question of long-term environmental effects. As of now, the science is still out on whether cloud seeding could lead to unforeseen ecological changes. Critics argue that we might be tampering with systems we don't fully understand, with consequences that could be far-reaching and irreversible. Additionally, there's the issue of regulation. Who gets to decide when and where cloud seeding should be used? These decisions have far-reaching implications and could potentially lead to conflicts between regions or even countries. In conclusion, cloud seeding is a double-edged sword. It holds immense promise for addressing serious issues like water scarcity and air pollution, but it also raises important questions about environmental impact and ethical use. Like many tools, cloud seeding is neither inherently good nor bad. Its impact depends on how and where it's used. It's a fascinating topic, one that we should all keep an eye on as technology and our understanding of it continues to evolve. So, what does the future hold for cloud seeding? As we delve deeper into this fascinating science, we find ourselves standing at the precipice of a host of possibilities. Ongoing research promises to further refine and expand the potential uses of cloud seeding. As our understanding of cloud dynamics and weather systems deepens, we're looking at a future where we could potentially manipulate precipitation patterns on a global scale. Imagine being able to direct rain where it's needed the most, or even averting disastrous floods by controlling the volume of rainfall. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The ability to control weather could bring about a host of ethical and regulatory challenges. Who gets to decide where and when to seed clouds? What happens if one region's gain is another's loss? These are questions we must grapple with as we venture further into the realm of weather modification. Moreover, there are potential environmental impacts to consider. The long-term effects of cloud seeding on ecosystems and biodiversity are still largely unknown. As we innovate, we must also take care to preserve and protect our natural world. The future of cloud seeding is a blend of promise and challenge. It's a journey of discovery, fraught with unknowns, yet filled with potential. As we continue to explore and understand this technology, one thing is clear: the sky's the limit. Weather manipulation, once a concept confined to the realms of science fiction, is now a scientific reality. As we've journeyed through this exploration of cloud seeding, we've touched on its basics, the how-to, the impacts, controversies, and even peeked into the future of this intriguing practice. Cloud seeding, this modern rain dance, has the potential to alleviate droughts, augment water supplies, and even suppress hail or disperse fog. But like any powerful tool, it calls for responsible use. The potential environmental and ethical implications cannot be overlooked. It's a delicate dance between harnessing nature's bounty and respecting her boundaries. As we continue to explore and refine this technology, it's crucial to keep this balance in mind. This fascinating intersection of science, technology, and nature is continually evolving, and who knows what the future holds. Next time you see those raindrops falling, remember, they might just be the result of a little human intervention. As we've delved into the theory, process, and potential of cloud seeding, let's now ground ourselves in the reality of those living with its effects. We've reached out to a few individuals who've had first-hand experiences with cloud seeding, and their stories are as varied as the weather patterns we've been discussing. First, we meet John, a farmer from California's Central Valley, a region plagued by persistent drought. Cloud seeding has been a game changer, he tells us, his eyes reflecting the verdant fields behind him. I've seen the difference in my crops. We're not at the mercy of the dry seasons anymore. Next, we catch up with Dr. Amelia, a scientist who's been at the forefront of several cloud seeding operations. It's a fascinating field, she shares, her excitement palpable even through the screen. Every operation is a challenge, a puzzle to solve. The potential is huge, but so are the responsibilities. Lastly, we hear from Mike, an environmentalist who's been vocal about his concerns. It's not that it's all bad, he clarifies, but we need to fully understand the environmental implications. We're tinkering with nature here. We need to tread carefully. These first-hand accounts provide a glimpse into the diverse perspectives on cloud seeding. They remind us that behind the theory and technology, there are real people, real lives touched by this modern rain dance.